you have a very important question. There is a hurt in relationship, right? Okay. So now, first of all, this interaction or this relationship is hurting me. Okay. And most of our problem in life is hurt in relationships. Life is major problem is hurt in relationships. So first of all, question is why there is hurt and how I can overcome hurt is the question. Are we clear? So now, what is the meaning of relationship? Relationship is related, relation, something relative. It's not absolute, right? You understand the difference between absolute and relative. What is absolute? Absolute means something which doesn't change. Relative means changes position, right? That's why it's called relatives. Understand? Relatives, the position keeps changing. That's why it's relative. All relationship in life are not absolute. They are relative in nature. Understand? There's some relationship happens. Relatedness happens. I can relate to you, okay, for some time, some duration. Can I relate to you all the time, all durations? Not possible. Understand? So that's why life is called relationship. It's not absolute. There's nothing absolute in life. Are you clear? Our problem is what is relative, we want to make it absolute, which is not possible. Impossible. So what type of relationship can happen between people? So relationship can happen between two people based on the inner state of that person. I have an inner state and you have an inner state. So if inner states match, inner state matches, some relationship can happen. If inner state doesn't match, there's no relationship that happens, right? And I can't understand why inner state is not matching in you. I can understand only what is inner state is in me. Always we can understand inner state in me, but we cannot understand inner state of anybody else, right? So when I can't understand inner state of somebody and that person doesn't talk to me, interact with me, I get hurt, correct? So first of all, we have to understand all our relationships in the world are relative. There's nothing absolute about it. But we want to look for absoluteness in relationship, which is not possible. Correct? So that's why we have to understand the nature of life. Nature of life is always relative. Okay? Simple. Earth is moving around the sun. It has to move. It cannot stay in one place. It's the nature of life. In life, nature of life is everything is moving with respect to each other. Correct? So now, that movement or change is the law of life. Change is nature. Right? So do we accept change in nature as reality? Everything in nature changes, right? You came to Bangalore after a few years. The Bangalore is changed. Even the street changes. Is there anything constant in life? Everything is constant. Everything is changing in life. Correct? If everything is changing in life, if you say something should not change in life, then we are unreasonable about that. Right? Understand? Change is the only thing which is constant in life. If I expect change should not be there in life, then my expectation is wrong, not life itself. Nature of life is change. And the change is good actually. It's beautiful. The changing nature of life makes it interesting because the constant change helps us to learn many things. Anything which doesn't change is dead. You know that? Anything which doesn't change is dead. Right? A river is flowing. There's life in that. A pond is stagnant. Doesn't move. It will be dirty. It's dying. So the life is beautiful because it's changing. Understand? The nature of life is wonderful. It's ever changing. So change itself is not a problem. Change is a beauty, right? Imagine you are born in a place. For 100 years, that place doesn't change. You'll be bored to death. Understand? So the change is interesting, change is wonderful, change is life, change is beautiful, right? But our problem is we understand this. We say some things can change, but some things cannot change, which is not possible, right? Oh, Bangalore can change, streets of Bangalore can change, the nature can change, but my relationship with somebody cannot change. It is not reasonable expectation of life. Are you clear? So we have to understand the nature of life is change. Change itself is nothing wrong in that. But our expectation on life hurts us, not the life itself. Understand? Life can never hurt us because nature of life is what is nature. It never hurt us. It's sahaja. It's natural. So our expectation on nature or life hurts us, not the life itself. Understand what I'm saying? So, for example, the fire. The nature of the fire is to burn. Does fire hurt? Yes, I put my finger into fire hurts. Okay. So now I understand fire hurts, but I cannot get angry with fire. Right? Do I get sad with fire? I don't get angry with fire. I don't get sad with the fire. Why? Because I accept the nature of fire as burning. I accept it. Right? Nature of fire is burning. When I accepted it, I have accepted life. I don't have unreasonable expectation on fire. No. Anybody's house's fire is burning, but my house fire should not burn. It should be cold to me. Is it possible? But if you have such an expectation, that fire will hurt you, not the fire itself. Your expectation on fire will hurt you. Are you clear? So we have to understand nature of life is changing. Okay, and our expectation of life, which hurts us, not a life itself. Distinction is clear. Everything changes in life. All relationships change in life. There's no absolute relationship in life. Is this much clear? So we should have a reasonable expectation of life. Right? When I say understand, reasonable, what is life? I have to accept. I should not go against nature of life, which is not possible. Right? So our hurt in life always is not life itself. Our hurt in life is because we are going against nature of life. What is impermanent, I want to make it permanent, which is impossible. That especially so in relationships. Understand? In relationships, we want to make a relationship permanent. It's not possible at all. It's not law of nature. A relationship is possible based on my internal state and your internal state. Two people's internal state. The internal state is constantly changing. Right? So, and I don't have any idea what is happening inside you, and you don't have any idea what's happening in me. But still, we want to do constantly moving things. We want to have a constant relationship. How is it possible? It's impossible. Our expectation relationship causes problem, but relationship doesn't cause problem. Right? Is that distinction clear? So now, that's a very beautiful term called tathatha. Tathatha means it is so. Tathatha means it is so. Tathatha. It's like that. Right? For example, fire burns. Do you get angry with fire? Do you have any emotional disturbance with fire? No. Do you expect fire should be cold? No. Because you know the nature of fire is tathatha, burning. You have to accept it. There's no choice. Right? Tathatha is the nature of fire. I don't have any expectation of fire. Only thing I will not put my finger into fire. I don't do anything which will cause some damage to me. Correct? So I'll say the nature of fire is burning. So I understand it. Tathatha. That's why I'm peaceful. I'll not get angry with fire. So let's say dog barks on the street. I'm going on the street and dog barks. Do you feel angry with the dog? Do you feel sad with the dog? Do you get depressed with the dog? Why? Tatata, the nature of dog is barking. Right? And once we understand nature of life, then we'll say tatata. So when we say tatata, we are at peace. When we say don't tatata, we are hurt because we don't expect. That dog is barking. Okay? I don't like dog barking. But dog's nature is barking. Yeah. And the dog barks not barks because of you. It barks because it's nature. Understand? So, like that, every human being has a nature, inborn nature. Okay? And that inborn nature, doesn't have a control. He doesn't have a control. His inborn nature expresses himself through that person. Okay? Understand? So, like fire expresses burning nature, fire doesn't have control. A dog barks because it's expressing its nature. Okay? But our problem is, in human relationship, we want the person should behave in certain way because we have an expectation, but that person doesn't have a choice. Right? Why? Because of nature, prakriti. That's why very early in life, my mother taught me, okay, that don't get angry with the person. It is swabhava pa. This is nature. Why should I get angry? Okay, that person didn't talk to me. My mother said, swabhava. Okay, this is what my mother was not very spiritually evolved, and they were not very spiritual, but her very simple teaching gave me a lot of insight into life. She told, swabhava pa. My father used to be very angry. Okay, my mother would say, swabhava. When it's swabhava, when we expect swabhava means its nature, we'll not get angry. It has nothing to do with me. Anger is coming out of the person. Incidentally, I'm sitting in front of you. So the problem is we don't accept nature as it is. So first we have to understand everything in nature is tatatha. It's like that. We shouldn't get angry. Fire is burning or wind is cold. Okay. Somebody says, I went out, right? It's a bad day. Okay. The day cannot be bad. I'm not accepting it. That's all. Understand? So there are two things in nature, inanimate and animate. Okay. Most of the inanimate things we will accept as tatata. So wind blows, the fire blows, or fire burns, tatata. Dog barks, tatata. Some animate also will accept it. But in case of human relationship, we don't accept it. Tatata, we don't accept it. Why? No, that person has to be like this. Okay. Our problem is that person has, in fact, that person doesn't have a problem. You don't have a problem. The nature doesn't have a problem, but we don't accept nature. And that person has no choice, poor fellow. Because he is expressing his nature. Like dog is barking. Understand? So the person is expressing nature. And he doesn't have a control over the nature. Understand? So we have to understand very clearly. That's why Krishna goes and tells Duryodhana, oh Duryodhana, you are doing adharma. Okay? Be on the righteous path, dharma, path of dharma. Duryodhana says, Krishna, what are you telling? I also studied in Gurukula for 18 years. You also studied in Gurukula for 18 years. Are you telling something new to me? What I studied in Gurukula, you are telling me. Do you think I don't know? I'm well educated. In the olden days, it's like a graduation. I'm also a graduate. In the graduation, I'm told dharma and adharma very clearly. Right? I know what is dharma and adharma very clearly. But my swabhava, what to do? Dharma and adharma very clearly, but I am not able to follow dharma. My swabhava doesn't allow me. So don't have to educate me about dharma and adharma. I know what it is. But my nature, his nature is tamoguna, rajaguna. My nature is not allowing me to follow dharma. Swabhava. Right? So now, it is not that Duryodhana is not educated. Duryodhana is well educated. Okay, he knows what is dharma and adharma. But because of his inborn nature, he is not able to follow that. Okay, so the inborn nature expresses through all of us. Like when electricity goes, the bulb glows. Bulb has no choice. No, no, bulb, I don't want you to glow. You have to be air. It can't give because its nature is like that. Fan has to blow air. No, no, fan. I want a fan which gives light. There's no such thing. So, principle of life is the nature of life is changing. Okay. I should not expect anything in life, it's unchanging. Not every moment, it's not even changing for a day. Every moment, thing is changing. To expect life is not changing is unreasonable. And changing of life is very beautiful. Right? Second thing is, in case of person human relationship, everybody is expressing their swabhava, their nature. Okay, they don't have choice in their nature because it gets expressed through them. Only person who has a choice in expressing nature is Gnani or a sadhaka, a spiritual seeker, at least understands his nature and he is able to little bit manage the nature. A spiritual seeker, sadhaka, yogi, and a Gnani. Yogi has an effort in managing his nature. Sadhaka, Gnani has no effortlessly manages his nature. Okay, whereas all the 99.99% of the people in the world are under the influence of nature. Okay, they are trapped by nature. Understand? So you can't, and they're unconscious about it. So in that sense, to expect something out of unconscious life, a consciousness is very difficult. Yeah. Okay. So now that you have to be very clear. Swabhava everybody expresses. And a Gnani or an enlightened one expresses his Swabhava. His Swabhava is love, compassion, peace. Right? He is also expressing his Swabhava, but it's a real nature. So that's why Gnani's relationship with anybody will not change over a period of time. But relationship of the Shishya will change with respect to Gnani. Right? So Gnani's relationship is Swabhava, which is actually Atma, which is absolute. His nature is love, peace, compassion. It doesn't change because it is the nature of absolute, Atma. Whereas Shishya's nature will change. Why? Because his nature is Prakriti. Sattva-guna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna. Sometimes Tamoguna will dominate, sometimes Sattva-guna will dominate, sometimes Rajoguna will dominate. Based on that, that's why a Gnani will never get offended or affected by any actions of a student. Because he understands the student is expressing his own nature. Right? But look at Gnani. His relationship doesn't change. Love, compassion, peace, because he is expressing the absolute. Whereas every other relationship in life is relative. Nothing absolute about it. Right? So to expect absolute out of relative is hurtful. Not life itself. Right? Sometimes when you talk to a person, Sattva-guna will express. Sometimes when you talk to a person, Rajoguna will express. Sometimes when you talk to a person, Tamoguna will express. So then you say Tatata. And it has nothing to do with you. So we personalize life. Life is impersonal in nature. Okay? Understand? Nature of life is impersonal. Life is universal. What do you mean by impersonal? Okay. So you are working in a corporate, right? Understand? You are working in a corporate. So now you are doing some job. I did a great job. Okay. Because of me, success happened. As the corporate is concerned, who cares? Okay. Corporate is a business process. Right? Whether you are there, Tom is there, Dick is there, Harry is there, Ramappa, Dhumappa, Bhimappa, anybody is there, that process will go on. Because corporate is impersonal. The only purpose of corporate is to make money. You are there, you are not there, but you feel proud. I only did. Okay. You are in that slot, you are in that position, you are doing something. And if you don't do, you'll kick out. If you do something, people can appreciate to make you work hard. Right? Otherwise, you are just an instrument sitting in that slot. Are you right? The entire system is running. It's a huge machinery, a big corporate, small corporate. It's a huge machinery. It is irrelevant either you are there or somebody else is there. It's a process. The process is called business process. Is there anything personal in the business process? Oh, I like you. Nothing. Right? It's an impersonal process which is running in life. Everything is impersonal process. Understand? But our problem is we personalize it. We make it mine. Okay. making impersonal personal is our problem. Okay. So we have seen, right? Many movies, everywhere romance is there. The boy meets the girl. I love you, the boy says. And the girl says, I love you. And they are in romantic relationship. Understand? So now, is it personal about love is personal? Is there some personal about life? A specific girl, a specific boy, it appears to be personal. But what they don't understand is a part of the impersonal happening in life. It's impersonal happening, prakriti, nature. The moment a boy sees a girl, some hormones are produced in his body. Chemicals. Hormones are nothing but chemicals. The moment a girl sees a boy, some chemicals are produced in her body. So these chemicals give a feeling that I love you. It's a chemical love, not real physical love. It's a biological love, chemical love is there. Right? But I made a person, I love you. It appears to as the person love. But what I don't understand is I'm a part of the impersonal happening of nature. Understand? It's nature is driving you. But like business is making money, the only purpose of nature is to create, procreate. That's all. And you are just an instrument in that. Right? But you personalize it. I only love you. I only love I like love. Because what's happening, chemicals within you, chemicals are part of nature, prakriti, that get created, that we personalize. In fact, all our emotions are nothing but chemical reactions in our body. Okay? There's a beautiful book called Molecules of Emotions. Our anger, our hatred, our love, our jealousy, everything is emotional. And when I say love, it's not love, pure love, it's attachment. The pure love is not emotional. The pure love of a Gnani, pure love of God is not emotional. Okay. Whereas every other love is a chemical reaction. Understand? Nothing wrong in that. Okay. It is same. So a husband, wife, and children. Okay. So I love my child. I love my family. So now this is what is imbibed in you through nature. It's a process. A mother, when giving birth to a child, my child has to be taken care. Understand? Otherwise, the child will die. So it's a monkey or human being or donkey. Every child has to be taken care. Nothing special about you. And the nature ensures that some specific chemicals are produced in your body that you take care of that child. Right? Otherwise, we personalize life. Life is impersonal happening. Once you understand that, our hurt will be less. Life is never personal. So to make impersonal life as personal is our problem. Are we clear? To make changeless life as changing in life, I want expect it changing is problem. I want unchanging is problem. Impersonal life, I want to personalize it. That's a problem. Right? So life is impersonal and nothing personal about life. Okay. Life is universal. So I also get up, I also produce children, I also take care of family. A monkey also does it. A donkey also does it. A bird also does it. What is personal about it? It's a universal. First, we have to go from personal to universal. Understand everything is in nature like that. Nothing specific about it. Even an ant does that, elephant does that. It's nothing personal about life. It's universal. Oh, everybody does that. Hunger is there for you. Hunger is there for me. It's universal. Okay. But we personalize. That's the problem. You may get hungry looking at vegetable pulao. Somebody may look at hunger, maybe this thing, looking non-vegetable pulao. Context may vary. But life is not personal. Life is universal. In the universal life, some chemicals are produced. That's called prakriti. Prakriti means chemicals, nature. Okay. But we don't understand this chemical production in the body. And you don't have control of that. Then you get angry because the chemicals are produced. Understand? That's why we are making personalized. Right? A person drinks alcohol. Okay. He says, I am speaking truth. He starts speaking truth. Now, is he talking truth or chemical? Alcohol is talking truth. Right? The chemical alcohol has gone inside and it's producing something. No, I'm only speaking truth. What is personal about it? Right? So, first thing is understand tatata, nature of life. Nature of life, accept it. Second thing is understand Changing is nature of life, and don't reject change. Accept change. Embrace change. You speak to me today, very good. You don't speak to me today, very good. Accept life. Understand? So when you say surrender, means accepting life as it is. So first acceptance life is nothing personal about life. It's impersonal, universal and impersonal. Right? So then second thing is life is changing. To expect changeless life is wrong. It's not right. Right?
Yeah.
The third thing I showed, what is it? Tatata, nature of life. Nature is accepted. Then accept of swabhava of people. So when person doesn't talk to you or talks to you, he is explaining swabhava. Some chemicals are produced in the body. What chemicals are produced, that person has no clue. Understand? Why it's produced, also no clue. Only as you become seeker, as you become yogi, as you become sadhaka, you will get more and more awareness of what's happening within you. Others, nobody has a clue. Right? A gnani has a full view of life. Other than that, everybody is semi-conscious or unconscious. Nature is driving through them. Right? So is it reasonable for us to accept life as it is? Okay, can I ask you? Can you accept life as changing?
Yeah, it changes.
All right. If you accept life as changing, then you are surrendered to life. No, I don't accept life as changing. Then I don't surrender. I am fighting against life. Right? When spirituality says surrender, understand nature, accept it. If you accept it, you don't get hurt. That's called surrender. Are you clear? So, tathata, nature of life is like that. A dog barks, tathata. A fire burns, tathata. Accept it. A swabhava, a person behaves in certain way. Tamoguna or rajoguna, satoguna expresses the person. Swabhava, accept it. Right? When you accept, there is no hurt. That acceptance is called surrender. Are you clear?
Yeah.
Is it easy? It's easy. Our problem is we are unconscious. Even we are unconscious of ourselves. Okay? I love my child. My dear, what is special about I love my child? A monkey also does it. A donkey also does it. Right? How they do? Some chemicals and hormones are produced in the body. That you call as love. You are personalizing. That's prakriti, nature. So that's what Sri Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, prakritehe kriyamanani gunai sarmani. Everything is done is nature by prakriti. Right? So understand prakriti is doing, be peaceful. So I love my mother, I love a child. That nature is doing it. I express nature, I'm fine with that. But don't get hurt. Tomorrow child doesn't talk to you because he is expressing his nature. Right? Be careful about that. So we always get hurt when we don't understand life as it is. We want to go opposite of life. Hurt in our life is not life itself. Hurt in our life is we want to go against life. Right? So when the water is flowing, you have fallen into water. If the water is taking you somewhere, you are no problem. But you are going upstream. You want to go upstream. You'll get tired. You have to swim against current. Correct? Understand? It'll be very tiring. You can't win against the forceful river. Right? So my question to you, are you in flow of life or are you fighting against life? If you're fighting against life, it's hurt. If you're depressed, if you're angry, if you're feeling hurtful about life, it means that you're going against nature of life. So surrender means accept life, nature. What are the principles of nature? Changing. Swabhava of people. Sattva-guna, rajoguna, tamoguna. Tatha, nature. Okay. So first principle of surrender is accept life as it is. Is it clear?
Yes.
The second principle of life is everything in our life at a given moment is happening. Okay. You don't have a choice in happening. You don't have a control over happening. What happens? Because it's a prakriti, nature. Right? So you come to Bangalore. No. Bangalore should have a cold weather. How is it possible? Right? So to expect nature to behave in a certain way is unreasonable. I want to go outside. It's a bad day. Or a day cannot be bad or good. A day is not given to you. Day is a universal. Okay. So universally we want to behave according to me, which is another problem. Okay. So accept life as it is. When you accept life as it is, you will never have hurt. If you're hurt in life, you are getting angry, you are getting depressed, you are going against nature, life, and you'll never be able to win. Understand? It's a flow. It's a nature, prakriti. You'll never be able to fight against nature and win. Right? At the same time, use the nature to come out of the nature. Understand? Utilize the nature to come out. We have fallen into nature. We have fallen into prakriti. Okay? So falling into prakriti, I compare as falling into a river. You have fallen into river, and the current of river, you are getting hurt. I want to go against river. You'll try. You'll force. You'll try to swim. You can't. You get tired. That tiredness is hurt in your life. That tiredness is anger in life. That tiredness is emotional reaction in life. Understand? Once you understand the river is going this way, I'll accept. I'll float in the river. I'll learn swimming, and how to come out of the river, I'll learn. That's called spirituality. We have fallen to Prakriti. All of us. Sattva-guna, Tama-guna, Raja-guna, have fallen. That's Prakriti, nature. You have to learn how to swim in this, and you have to come out. Okay? So first, stop fighting with nature. First, stop resisting nature. Okay? And first, stop changing the nature. What's happening to me? Don't try to change. So what's happening to me? Weather is changing. But that's okay for us. Cold weather I expect. But anger is coming in me. Don't try to change it. Emotions are coming to me. Don't change it. Oh, I'm getting depressed. Don't try to change it, because that is not you. It's a chemical reaction within your body. That's because of Prakriti. So the moment you say anger, I don't want anger. I don't want this thing. I mean, anger coming me. I don't want it. You are resisting anger. It's already coming as a chemical. Okay. I don't want anger. I don't want anger. Anger will increase because you are fighting against nature.
Yes.
How can you fight against nature and win? Right? You have to learn how to master nature, how to transcend nature. Okay. So stop fighting with your own emotional content also. Anger, fear, anxiety. Accept it. Accept it as a chemical reaction happening in the body. Right? Understand? See, somebody is drunk alcohol here. He talks nonsense. Then you'll not get angry with the person. It's alcohol. After some time, it will be okay. Understand? So all of us are alcoholic in that sense. Some alcohol will operate on us. Sometimes it's anger, sometimes depression, sometimes emotion, sometimes it's thoughts. Now, why do you want to fight against that nature? Understand nature as nature. Then you'll be free. Then you'll see, I'll find out what is my real nature. Swabhava. Your real nature is none of this. It's a Prakriti's nature. Your real nature is consciousness. Your Swabhava is Brahman. Your Swabhava is nature, peace. Your nature is love. So try to get out of Prakriti's nature and to come to your own nature. Okay. So there you don't have to fight. You don't have to fight with Prakriti. Okay. People do a lot of things to fight with Prakriti. Spirituals, in name of spiritual sadhana, they do tremendous variety of sadhanas. Somebody will go on Himalaya, somebody will stand on one leg, somebody will stand on upside down, right? They'll try to do tremendous things to overcome nature, but all efforts to overcome nature are within nature. Right? Within a problem, you're trying to solve a problem. One chemical, you're trying to solve another chemical. Don't do that. Right? You try to see this is a chemical, separate out. That's called Nitya Anitya Viveka, Atma Anatma Viveka. Okay? What is my real nature? That's why Ramana Maharshi says, ask who am I? Okay? Don't try to fight with what you are. Don't try to fight with nature. Right? Learn to swim your nature. Swim. Try to understand your own nature. Try to go towards your nature rather than fighting with your nature. So it's not your nature. What you are fighting is not your nature. I have anger. Okay? It's a chemical. I have depression. It's a chemical. I have hatred. Somebody has anger. Chemical. Somebody has hatred. It's a chemical. So why we should get worried about chemical? Right? Learn. My nature is not chemical. I am not Prakriti. I am beyond three guna, sattva guna, rajaguna. My nature is Atma. So try to constantly go towards Atma rather than fighting with your own nature. Either your physical nature, your mental nature, or nature of Prakriti, or nature of others. This is called surrender. Surrender means accepting life as it is. Surrender means accepting your own nature. First you have to accept your nature. No. My nature is Atma. My nature is peace. Have you accepted it? Because you are confusing your nature with the Prakriti. That's the problem. That's why you have to develop Atma and Atma Viveka. So you are confusing nature of another person also with Prakriti. Right? So don't personalize life. Life is impersonal. Impersonal is a chemical reaction. So that's why when somebody is depressed, when you go to psychiatrist, what he'll do? He will get a tablet. So a tablet is a chemical. It's solving a chemical problem in your body and you feel better. Prakriti is trying, but it doesn't solve the problem. After you stop taking tablet, another problem will come because the chemical is trying to solve the chemical problem. But you are not chemical, no. You are Atma, no. Your consciousness, no. It is beyond chemical, right? So the solution is not in chemical. Solution is not against fighting nature. Solution is accept life. Don't fight with life. That when you accept life as it is, you are surrendered. So then that's not just surrender. Accept who you are. I am the Atma. I am peaceful. Constantly go towards your nature. Right? Your swabhava, your real swabhava. Most of the people don't have the swabhava of them is the chemical swabhava, but it's called Prakriti swabhava. That's the problem. That's bandhana. Is it clear? So then we have to understand our problems are our hurt in relationships. So we have to understand life is a journey. Okay. In a train, in a flight, people get in train. More example, there are many stations. Some people get in, some people get out. While in the platform, while we are in the same compartment, somebody is sitting in front of us, we'll have a nice talk. Is there a point in finding that person? Okay. The person will get down after some station. Right? Some people you don't talk. Some people sitting, they're sitting. Some people talk. Some people interact. Okay. Understand? Some relationship happens in a compartment. Because one station to other station, either you keep quiet, either you talk, either you don't talk. Right? Some relationship happens. Understand? That person will get on his station. You get on in next station. So all journey in life is a temporary stations. Right? Life is a journey. We are in a train. Come across some people. Be as courteous, as loving to a fellow companion in a train. Somebody is sitting in a train. No, I don't want to see your face. Why? You are sitting next station, up next station. You can talk to the person. No. Very understanding very well that you'll get on next station. Our problem is, no. I want the person to come to my station, which is impossible. Are you understanding? The person cannot come to your station because he has his own station. You have your own station. But we don't have that. No. I want the person to talk to me, behave with me till my station comes, which is impossible. Right? That's why in marriage we take a vow, no? Have you seen the marriage vow? You go around the fire. Saat janam, seven lifetimes I want to be your companion. It doesn't work that way. Seven lifetimes is a companion is not a blessing, actually it's a curse. We want to understand life is a short journey. Within that short journey, I and you work together for karma, dharma, artha, kama, moksha, liberation. Let us close the relationship in this lifetime itself by moksha. But if it doesn't happen, 7 lifetimes also we want to solve the problem. It's actually 7 lifetimes is not a blessing. 7 lifetimes, what happens if I don't solve the problem now? Moksha we forget. Liberation we forget. We get stuck in dharma, artha and kama. Artha and kama to dharma and moksha. Right? So relationships will last. Sometimes one lifetime, sometimes many lifetime. This station. Okay, nothing wrong in that. We understand life is always temporary. Life is a journey, and be helpful and joyful to somebody who is a fellow companion, whatever extent. Some that person doesn't talk. Understand he is expressing nature. Right? Some person talks. Talk to him. Some person you want help. Anyway, journey is a short now. Right? So, does anybody come to your last station? All our last station is nothing but moksha. Understand? Right? Everybody in our life come at some point, get in some point, get out sometime. There's nothing, no guarantee. So that person getting in and getting out in life is called Runa Anubandha. Runa Anubandha. You know what is Runa? Runa means loan. People come into our life, either they take back the loan or pay back the loan. Runa Anubandha. Runa Anubandha. Okay. Some lifetime back they have taken some loan. That loan they want to repay. They'll come. Sometimes I have to give loan to somebody. Okay. All life transactions are Runa Anubandha. Nothing more than Runa Anubandha. So when the loan gets over, the transaction disappears. But our problem is we don't understand Runanabandha. We think the person has to be there for my life. He has come there to repay the loan or take back the loan. Runanabandha we have to understand very well. Runanabandha happens to with these people. Runanabandha happens to this place also. In place, so you were in India, then you have to go to UK. So your Runanabandha either got India got over, or Runanabandha UK was there, it got activated. Okay, even that is not permanent. Nothing is permanent in life. So everything is to the extent of Runanabandha transaction. Okay, when Runanabandha gets over, our relationship get over, and we don't have to control over that because the Runanabandha, our relationship, is happened by Prakriti, again universal, Ishvara. When I say universal, Ishvara, universal consciousness. Okay, I read a beautiful story by a psychiatrist. So the psychiatrists nowadays they are able to do hypno-regression, take the past life, understand past life. A psychiatrist in America, he had patients, two patients, one coming from New Jersey, another coming from California. So each person is coming for hypno-regression to find out what is happening to each other. Not each other, they don't know each other. So one person, he says, he was one lifetime he was a slave, a goldsmith. So goldsmith is very tough master. He will tie the servant to a chain and burn him with the hot iron to finish the work by evening.
Oh.
Okay, torture.
Yeah.
You have to complete the work by evening, otherwise he is a chained slave. So next lifetime, what happens? The slave becomes the master, master becomes the slave. The slave now is using the last life as a master. He is using as a bullock. Okay, and he is a kheti, agriculture. So instead of using a bullock, he is using this person and he is using hitting with them whip. Understand? Right? Like that, 7 lifetimes are going on. So this person, psychiatrist, these people don't know each other. Then he realized that the master and slave or relationships are getting interchanged. These are two people. Yeah. Understand? But 7th lifetime, they are not related. Right? So what happens is our relationship with Runanabandha. You do something to me, I do something to you. Okay? We have to give and take back. This give and take back goes on many lifetimes until the account is settled. Right? That's why husband and wife relationship is up. We say saat janma ka sambandh. 7 lifetimes. 7 lifetimes, almost everything gets settled. Otherwise, how will get settled if it mukti? You get mukti. You don't understand mukti, liberation. Okay. So never be worried. All relationships are Runanabandha. A give and take. Loan. Suppose you take a loan from the bank, you have to give back now. Life is like a loan. So that loan is Ishvara or universal consciousness facilitates that. Who has to give a loan to whom? When? The account is kept by them. So why should we worry? Our children, our husband, our family, everything is Runanabandha. Okay. To the extent of Runanabandha is there, it will last. The moment the extent of Runanabandha is there, they will disappear in our life. So never get happy, never get hurt. Somebody coming into your life or disappearing life. They have come to a Runanabandha. Okay. So understand relationship in different ways. Some people have come to your life to settle the Runanabandha. Take something from you or give something to you. So take something from you, you get hurt. Okay. So then what happens to you? You are creating another Runanabandha. You are creating an account. He has to give something to me. Another account is created. You have opened a new account. Right? You have given something to me and expected that to come back. You have created Runanabandha account. Stop creating Runanabandha account. Somebody takes from you, thank you, Runanabandha. Somebody has given to you, but it not returned to you, thank you. You close your Runanabandha account yourself. Don't keep opening a Runanabandha account. Are you clear? Some people come for Runanabandha. Some people come to teach us something in life. Right? There's learning has to happen in our life. They come as teachers. Okay. So some people come to us and stay with longer in our life. Okay. People who come to stay longer in our life are already called Atma Sambandha. There is a Prakritik Sambandha, which is give and take. Runanabandha is Prakritik Sambandha. Atma Sambandha is longer. Now the journey is longer. It's a spiritual journey. They are going towards Mukti. They are called Atma Bandhus. They stay with you longer because their destination is Mukti. Most of the people have lesser stations. So in that lesser station, there will be coming, teachers are coming, people are coming and going, everything. Okay. But as you come to last journey, Atma Bandhus will come into life, who are spiritual partners. They don't come in to give and take. They are coming to support each other. Okay. Because both of them know, I don't have anything to take from you. I don't have anything Runamanda with you. There's no Runamanda with me. I am here to support your spiritual journey. You are here to support my spiritual journey. Nothing give and take. Therefore, Atma Bandhus. This relationship, Atma Bandhu relationship, is slightly larger than the Runamanda. Okay. So then, finally, in your station, there are many good teachers will come in your life. Right? Come into your station and teach you how to do embroidery. All right. So different types of teachers, depending on Runamanda, will come. Finally, as you will come to last, gurus will come. Somebody will teach you Bhagavad Gita, Upanishads, somebody will teach something. They'll all come and go. Their purpose is to give teaching and then disappear. That's all. Only final, as you come to final station, a Sadguru will come into your life. Sadguru's relationship is the last relationship you can have. Because Sadguru is the God in form. It's a Saguna Brahma. Okay. Sadguru's last station and Atma Bandhus are coming to the last station. So there the purpose is they come to your life to show you the formless. Okay. The formless is your last journey, last point, Atma. So that is the last journey. Otherwise, many gurus will come, many acharyas will come, many never get disturbed. Right? Is it clear? Accept life as it is. Are we clear about relationships? Are you clear about life?
Yes.
Understand life as it is. Accept life, including your emotions, including your anger. They're all purely chemical.
The children, it becomes very difficult.
Okay. With children, we have another challenge. All right. So with children, we have a relationship. My child, mera bacha. What is mera about that bacha? What is mine about that bacha?
If children, if they don't listen to us.
Okay, I'll come to children as I take it a separate topic.
Okay.
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 So, Rakta Sambandha, blood relationship is there. My mother, my father. That's one type of relationship. Okay. Vyavahara Sambandha, business relationship. And Guru Shishya Sambandha, teaching. Guru Shishya Sambandha, I'm speaking of more of a teaching of subject. Maybe physics, chemistry, or maybe Bhagavad Gita, maybe Upanishad, maybe music or dance. That Guru Shishya Sambandha. Okay. They're all Runamanda. Okay. Including the son and child and family. How to handle child, I'll take a separate topic. Okay. All relationships are clear. So they're all Runamanda. Nothing very special about it. Nothing personal about life. Right? Finally, Sadguru relationship is to terminate all your
Earlier.
all relationships. All Runamas are getting cleared only then Sadguru will come to life. Right? You have to settle all accounts. Then only you'll get a Mukti account. Right? That is called Sadguru. That's why we say perform Panchayatna. Do service. Because service is the way of repaying. Then only that repaying, Panchayatna is to repay the Runanabandha to both animals, Rishis, Deva, Pitra, whatever Runa is there to the extent possible. Settle. Right? Understand? You don't expect somebody to come back. Try to give and settle it. Right? When you have taken loan, the bank, you will wait till the bankers to come and give me back the loan. No. Try to settle it as much as possible. Get out of that. So that's called Yadna. Try to give as much as possible, get out. Right? That will purify you. You don't know who all the account is there. Try to give back. Deva Yadna, Pitra Yadna, Manushya Yadna, Bhuta Yadna, Rushi Yadna. Try to give back. Okay, don't try to wait for the banker to come back and ask you to settle account. So that means there's a way of getting out of Runanabandha. So once you do Yadna, your mind will be purified. All Runanabandha will get cut. Then Chitta Shuddhi will happen. In the meanwhile, some guru will come. Somebody will teach Bhagavad Gita, somebody will teach Upanishads, somebody will teach Atma Dana. But still you are not settled finally. So finally, with all this, it will lead to a Sadguru, a real master. There are many Sadgurus in the world, not one. Okay. But finally, one Sadguru will come into your life who will help you to liberate. That Sadguru is called Karana Guru. Okay. In between, many Sadgurus will come also. They're also station only. Sadguru, which will help you to get down from the train, finally, is called Karana Guru. He is also Sadguru. There's XYZ Sadgurus are there. Okay, just don't go by the name Sadguru. Finally, Sadguru is my Karana Guru or not, you have to understand. The Karana Guru is only finally will cut all your karmic links and he gives Jnana. Then you are out. Then you say, get relieved. That guy is called Karana Guru. So Sadguru has to become your Karana Guru. Otherwise, the journey is not over. So the Karana Guru is final. That is your real Guru. Okay. So that's how journey is. The Sadguru is the last station. Okay. After that, there's no more journey. You have to get down from the journey. Right? Understand the world relations, understand life. Are you clear? So when we say we personalize everything, right? We say, my God. How can it be my God? This my God is a big problem. Right? We try to relate with God. You try to relate with God is fine. But don't make God as your personal God. That when I make God as my personal God, I hate your God. The hatred happens. God is not personal. I can relate to God, but God is not my personal property. Right? I don't like your God. My God is better than your God. So what happens? Your emotions, your wrong impressions you are putting on God. Have relation with God, Father, Son, whatever relation. But don't personalize God. The moment you personalize God, you will hate others. Like we are personalizing life, we are personalizing God also. Have relation with God, but don't personalize God. Don't make it a private property. Right? Similarly, we make children also private property. My child. Okay. So what is my child? What do you call my child?
Biologically.
That's a biological relationship. Okay. And they have come into your life. Okay. For Runanubandha. Settling some account. Some children are taking care of parents, loving. Some children anger. Some children hate. Some children obedient. So many things happen. So the Kahil Gibrail is one of the poets, beautiful poets. He says, your children are not your children. Your children are God's children. God's children. Consciousness. So they have come through you. You are a passage. You are a pipe. Okay. You have a responsibility because they have come through you. But you don't have ownership. We try to create ownership in life. My friend, my God, my husband. Have a relationship. Understand relationships are temporary, but don't make them, try to make them absolute. Absolute relationship only possible with the Sadguru and Atma Bandhus. Finally, Sadguru's Atma relationship, Sadguru also will drop your Prakriti relationship, natural relationship and help you to understand your true nature. Right? Are you clear?
Yes.
Okay. Does that answer the question? Any question? Any doubts are there? So anybody has a doubt in the QA session? Is it clear to everybody? Anybody has a question?
No, Prabhuji, it's good.
Okay.
Hari.
Hari Om. So if there are no questions, we'll stop this recording.